the man did not believe what we were saying, and so he said, David, you're denied entry, and I'm giving you a 10-year ban for lying.
2 American students traveling from West Michigan to the Middle East to study Arabic were detained and turned away from Israel, one of America's strongest allies.
Well, it's not entirely uncommon. In fact, if you search on Google, you see it's happened dozens of times.
Fox 17 political reporter Paul Cicchini spoke with the couple about their detainment. So are they back in the U.S. tonight, Paul?
No, Michelle, they're actually in Amman, Jordan, a 45-minute flight from Tel Aviv, Israel, but their trip to get there, much longer. Emily Clark and David Liestma arrived at Ben Gurion Airport in Israel on August 23rd, just passing through with the intention of going to Palestine for a year to study Arabic. But minutes after touching down, their trip turned to turmoil.
Showed her our passports, and she asked us where we were going, and we said we were going to Nablus in the West Bank to study Arabic at An-Najah University.
A red flag was raised, and the pair was sent to a waiting room where they sat, waiting to be questioned, a process Emily described as easy and fast.
She just asked me things like what my profession was, my address in the States. She asked also if we had a return flight, which we didn't because we're going for a year. They did not like that.
But for Dave, the questioning was more interrogation, lasting about an hour.
The interrogation was just, they were just like, why are you here? And, yeah, I mean, I had a letter from Grand Valley State. Some of the other questions they asked me were like, if I was a Christian, if I was a practicing Christian, if I'd ever thought about converting. I was actually quite terrified because it was like, I knew the next year of my life, year and a half of my life was on the line. So, it was pretty scary.
The Israeli officials even demanded Dave log into his personal email account, searching for any time Israel was mentioned.
Well, I'm almost certain that they were looking to see if I was, part of, a group that protests.
Dissatisfied with the answers they were receiving, the Israeli officials called Dave in for further questioning about an hour later, this time demanding to know why he did not have a letter from a university explaining why he intended to visit Palestine.
Dave had already given it to the people who questioned him, and it was nowhere to be found. They did not pass it along. And so the man did not believe what we were saying, and so he said, David, you're denied entry, and I'm giving you a 10-year ban for lying.
It was at this point the couple was transferred to a detention facility where they would spend the night.
It was a regular room. The difference was that the door did not have a handle to get out.
Okay.
So we had no way to get out, and the windows had double bars on them.
Okay.
And the bathroom didn't have a door, so that was kind of jailish, I thought. I got a toothbrush that was clearly used. And none of the beds had, fresh sheets.
The next day, the couple was told they would be going back to Toronto, but with no answers about why they were turned away and banned from Israel.
I think something that we're really taking away from this is that, we were not treated, like equal humans. And the thing is, I think we were probably treated better than most of the people that try to go through there because we are white Americans.
Now the couple is studying in Amman, Jordan for the next year. Emily says they have been in contact with Congressman Justin Amash's office, and his chief of staff told them he was going to reach out to the State Department and also to the Israeli embassy to see if he could get them any answers for why they were detained. I called Amash's office. They would not give me any answers, citing a privacy issue with them.
So at this point, they're not coming back to the U.S. They're just going to stay in Jordan. So a change of plans, but still sort of doing what they had planned to do for the next year at least.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but obviously they're having an opportunity to study Arabic in an Arab country, which is exactly what they intended to do.
All right. Thanks, Paul.